Audio Jungle. Audio Jungle.
What's going on, everybody?
Audio
What's
Jungle.
going on? What's going on? Stay loyal, stay righteous, stay true to yourself. Stay loyal, stay righteous, stay true to yourself.
Audio Jungle. Audio Jungle.
Hey, you ever thought about starting your own podcast, but don't know what to do or where to go or how to even start a podcast? Well, I got the answer for you. It's called Anchor. Anchor is the only app where you can record, edit, distribute your podcast to multiple platforms like Spotify, Google Play, Apple Podcast, and other platforms. Why don't you try it out? Just go to anchor.fm and start your podcast and become a podcaster. What's going on, everybody? It's your boy Henry, aka TDA, the Devil's Advocate. And this might be the first and last time you ever hear the Devil's Advocate. It's going to be the first and last time I do this. I'm only going to do this once. First and foremost, welcome. Welcome, everyone. I appreciate the likes, the views, the downloads, the follows, the subscriptions. I thoroughly enjoy it all. And I honestly appreciate you all for it. I really do. I truly, truly, truly do. But, Sha'Carri Richardson. Yeah, I'm going to speak on this a little bit before I get into what I want to get to, because I didn't get to get these bars off before. And I want to get these bars off right now. So, what I didn't appreciate about that particular race, the one happened after the Olympics, the first one. Sha'Carri Richardson did come in last place, ninth place. All three Jamaicans came in first, second, and third, which is no problem. I have no problems with nothing I just said. No problems and no quarrels with nothing I just said. Sha'Carri Richardson came in ninth. The Jamaicans came first, second, and third. What I didn't understand, which again, I've never, ever, 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 ever seen this a day in my life. I've been watching track and field for the Olympics since I can remember. I can remember Michael Johnson. I can remember Jackie Joyner-Kersee. I can remember the other girl, Marion. I forgot her first name. Marion Jones is her first name. First name is Marion. I remember Marion Jones, Usain Bolt. You know everybody. Yeah. Never. And I mean, I watch a lot of track and field. When I mean a lot of track and field, I watch the prelims. I don't just watch the finals. I watch I watch the ones that they have to make it to the dance, like those, like qualifyings. I watch qualifiers as well. Never, and I'm talking about never. I don't give it. Matter of fact, we could take this off track and field. There is no sport ever, no sport, not one. I don't care if you take. You can even use basketball, football, baseball, soccer, hockey, diving, swimming, the shot put, the motherfucking, the long jump, motherfucker. Pick an Olympic sport. Pick one. And I guarantee you will never, ever, 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 never, ever, 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 ever hear a reporter ask anyone who came in first, second, third, fourth, or it don't matter what place they came in. How do they feel about somebody coming in ninth place. I feel that guy was trying to create content using the debacle of what happened, but he did it at the expense of making Sha'Carri Richardson look very bad. And which pissed me off is it was a black dude doing it. Not enough that we got to deal with the stigmatism that as black men, we break black women down every chance we get. But you're being an example on national fucking TV. So not only is you breaking this black woman down in front of your own people, but you breaking her down in front of the world. It's the Olympics, nigga. The Olympics. I've never heard, and I tweeted NBC. I tried to get the nigga name so I can get his Twitter, but he ain't answered me. I've never, through your history, you've never seen the person who came in first, second, or third have to answer a question like, how do you feel about such and such coming in ninth? Usain Bolt never had to figure, hey, how do you feel about Justin Gatlin coming in second? How do you feel about Shorty from Costa Rica coming in eighth? They never asked that question. But as soon as a sister, and when I mean sister, you know what I mean sister. No disrespect to Jackie Joyner Kersey. No disrespect to Marion Jones. No disrespect to any of the black Olympic women who represent Team USA. But you know what I mean by sister. She got the hair. She got the nails. She got the attitude. So from the hood. I ain't sugarcoat shit from y'all. About time we got some black people from the hood. The hood. When I mean the hood. I'm not talking about you Olympians who's been propered up and now speak elegantly and forget that you was from the same projects. I'm talking about the ones who still go out there and visit because they ain't forget where they come from. Her. She's that. She's that. And once they saw that, any chance they get to throw a stigma on that, they're going to throw a stigma on that. It came in at the expense of a black woman. Never. Think about it. Bro, matter of fact, anybody who could point out a time where that man or whoever was hosting those type of track meets asked somebody who came in first, second, and third about somebody who came in ninth and it wasn't barring an injury? Because I've seen that. Oh, how do you feel about what's her name not being able to, run, because, she sprained her ankle or she tore her Achilles? They'll ask that. That's because that person still got up and walked over past the finish line. So they talk about how encouraging it was for that person to complete the race. But not a person who just got caught smoking marijuana. Which first of all, y'all should be very upset with yourselves. All the participants. You telling me this person sits back and smokes the weed and is still fastening y'all? But weed is a drug that makes things worse, so they say. Puff, puff, pass, nigga. Puff, puff, pass, nigga. But these three Jamaicans had to sit there and talk about her coming in ninth place. Now, I know what you're going to say, because some of you are hearing this after the fact. What I mean by after the fact is, after this particular event happened that I'm talking about, things had transpired. And you guys are going based off what you saw transpire, and then you're hearing this now, which is late. So now no, we're not doing that. There's some things that I want you guys to take into account. All of them women that ran that race against Sha'Carri Richardson when she came in ninth, each and every one of them was just at the Olympics. Each and every one of them is in running form. Sha'Carri ain't raced since when? Sha'Carri ain't know she was going to race again. She was going through things. She wasn't training. People forget that these people are in tip-top shape, getting pushed because they're around people to push them. Who's Sha'Carri around? Everybody around her, she 10 times 1,000 faster. That's probably what it was. She kept racing against people who she was clearly faster and didn't want to improve because she felt she had it. Maybe if she would have went through the Olympic, the first couple of rounds and realized, oh, hold on, let me get my shit. You know what I mean? Y'all just judging a book because the world wants to dicky her because she smokes some weed. So fucking what? Which I think is ass, because the fucking Olympics opens up with a fucking weed sponsor. The Olympics opened up with a CBD sponsor. But want to trash shorty because she want to smoke a little herb. Come on now. Come on now. I just think that thing was ass. I think dude who did that bullshit, I've watched that nigga for a long time. I've never seen him do that. Never. This was the pure meaning of dick eating. Sorry. That's what it was. Nigga was straight dick eating a story. Nigga got on his knees, opened his mouth, and received to become a Gokimon. That's what he did. Gokimon. That's what he did. He became a Gokimon. Now that girl out there, and I know the things she said, afterwards were uncool, but I ain't care. I'm not talking about afterwards. I'm still stuck on that day. You want to talk to me about what happened afterwards? Talk about me about another episode. Right now, I'm focused on that day. Speaking of days, perfect segue. We're going to talk about the day that the block got dismantled. All right? Now, just to give a little context about what happened prior, we're going to start this from the beginning. I'm going to make this short, sweet, and to the point. When I first joined Discord, I joined Discord because I was listening to, and shout out to Black Compass Media. Shout out to you guys. I was listening to Tony Bro talk about Danger Zone. Shout out to Tony Bro as well. Tony Bro was talking about Danger Zone. And how, at that particular time, and still, Danger Zone is still a great battle rapper. Danger Zone was on a tear. He was winning battles, but he wasn't getting the recognition that he deserves. And it kind of reminded me of the battle rapper Allah. Everybody know I am a huge NWX fan. DNA is my favorite battle rapper. Huge NWX fan. Put your X's up, NWX. But and then he kept mentioning, if people wanted to call up and, debate him or talk to him about it or voice their opinions, to join Discord. So that's what I did. I joined Discord. Everybody know the first when you get an app, the first week I learn what do what. So the first week I'm meeting friends and stuff like that. I'm like, oh shit, he could record. Because at this particular time, I'm using Blog Talk. I'm using Blog Talk Radio to do my podcast, my first 2 episodes, until I found Anchor, and Anchor who saved my life. I love you, Anchor. But so that's what I'm doing. I'm using that. I'm like, nah, we can't use this no more. So I found that. But I found Anchor. Anchor at the time was in beta mode. It was just out, so certain features wasn't able to do. So I'm like, damn, let me find another way, because I can one-on-one have a conversation with, me and Anchor. But what if I want a guest on? And I'm all worried about making things convenient for people. So what if I want a guest on and they don't want to download this app just to talk to? So I made it convenient. I'm like, you know what? We can do Discord. I see them recording in Discord. How do I do that? And, that's why I learned about OBS. This is all 4 years ago. So that's why I learned about OBS and, the bots, Discord, that, your own server. So I set my own server up. Before I met anyone, I'm going to say that one more time. Before I met or physically talked to a fucking soul, I made a Discord server on my own. Once I made my Discord server, I figured out that, hey, maybe I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. Let me go holler at somebody who do. So the first person I hollered at was Coco. Salute to Coco. Coco helped me with the bots and the setups and how this shit was supposed to go. And that's how the block was created. It wasn't even called the block back then. It was just I'm Just Saying Podcast server. That's what it was. Actually, it was the I'm Just Saying Podcast with w-ENRI server. It was long ass name, right? So within, speaking to Tony Bro and having different opinions, and by the way, I got to mention, my first time going up there to speak, I punched Tony Bro head the fuck off. But yeah, because he was trying to clown DNA. He was like, I was talking in the chat. He was like, man, I'm talking to you. You over here with ain't you a DNA fan? And da-da-da-da-da. So I had to get up there and explain to him, yeah, I'm a DNA fan. And DNA will beat Danger Zone. Fuck you talking about? So he was but no, he's basically was like, yo, so why do people like Danger Zone and DNA don't get the recognition they deserve? And I said, I'm gonna keep it real honestly, it's because they're citizens. Which is civilians, but you know what I'm saying, I said citizens. He's a citizen. And citizens at that particular time and still to this day don't get no respect in battle rap. Battle rap is supposed to be what you can do about the words, but you get more clout for gangbanging. I don't know, but teach them. So after that, you know, they liked the, what's her name, and that's when I met Said. Said was already in Black Conference. Salute to my nigga Said. Said, you know, had a thought about, you know, doing a little match, a little punching match, just to get your debates on, basically a debate card. And, you know, night of main events happened. Then between then and night of main events happening, you know, that's when people started, you know, talking, meeting, getting a rapport about people. And, you know, some things happened after that event. The event was amazing, by the way, but some things happened, you know, powers that be, you know what I'm saying, didn't agree with each other. Said and Tony Bro, you know, had a falling out, and Said created his own server. So again, I want to point out, I'm just saying podcast server was created way before Punch was. My server was created way before Punch was. Just wanted to get that out there. So we go over to Punch. Now I move with Punch, and then some of y'all gonna be like, hey, why you ain't stay over there with Black Compass if that was the first server you blah, 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 blah. But listen, y'all gotta learn some context. I was debating with Black Compass. I only joined that server so I could have, you know, speak to Tony Bro about that point. Other than that, we was just in there, you know, sparring, shit like that, you know, talking and shit, giving opinions back and forth, which, you know, moved us over to Punch, where we made it an official thing. That room was bathed for Punch. That was called Punch. You walked in there and you punch. Blah, 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 blah. That's it. We have our little debates, you know, our little opinions about this and that. But other than that, it was chill. It was cool. Shit moved on. We built the brotherhood. You know, shit was getting great. Things happened, which I'm not going to speak on right now. And Punch closed. Long story short. Punch closed. So when Punch closed, I'm like, I got a server. I only use it to record for my podcast. But if y'all want, y'all more than welcome. We could chop it up over here. You know what I'm saying? Extending my hand, my home, I guess. And that's how we all came to my server. And that's how I created the block, Conalingo. Yeah. So now that y'all all got context, let's get into the nitty gritty. Exactly what happened on that night that started everything. Well, me and Hemi was mic'd up, right? And this is exactly what happened verbatim. Me and Hemi mic'd up, chopping it up. And then what's the name comes and mics up? This nigga and that's what happens. Oh, wait. What happened? Oh, y'all wanted the full story about what happened and really why it broke down, and niggas know what happened. I ain't explaining shit. I ain't speaking on shit that no longer matters to me. Takes 21 days to develop a habit. It's been over 21 days and I ain't been speaking on niggas or speaking about niggas or speaking to niggas. I ain't gonna start it now. You want the story? Go ask them niggas. My story is, ain't shit happen. My friends on my friends. The real ones around me are the real ones around me. And who I speak to is who I speak to, man. I ain't speaking ill on nobody. I ain't saying nothing about nobody. Y'all thought y'all was going to get a story out of me? Got him! I ain't that type of nigga, man. So, till next time, stay loyal, stay righteous, stay true to yourself. And I'm outie, 5,000.
Audio Jungle. Audio Jungle.
What's going on, everybody?
Audio
What's
Jungle.
going on? What's going on? stay righteous, stay true to yourself. Stay loyal, stay righteous, stay true to yourself.
Audio Jungle. Audio Jungle.